is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel here. We've got some updates over here at the shop. Well, updates might not be the word, as progress has seemingly stalled over here. If you guys haven't been following along over the last several weeks, we have been spending most of our efforts down at the other shop, the business, trying to get the new customer lounge slash service advisor area set up, which has been a super exciting process. If you guys did not see the last video in the 6.4 Power Stroke, there is an intro clip there where I tour you through the progress that has been made down there with Ovi and the guys. It's been super exciting. I cannot wait to show you another update because things have been progressing very quickly down there and it's looking absolutely incredible. But if you see over here at this shop, everything's kind of sitting where it was a month or two ago, but that's okay because business first, we got to keep the customers happy, so bear with us on that when we have all the personal projects over here that we'll get to eventually. The last couple winters here on the channel, I know we've done a ton of ATV RZR builds, and we did the L5P last winter, and this winter is all about the customer lounge, which is important, okay? So deal with it, you know? I ain't trying to be any type of way. I'm just saying. Also, I've been sicker than a dog for like the last month straight, so the last 3 weeks have just been absolutely terrible for me. So I'm still putting a smile on, still coming to work, and still feeding you guys what you guys like to see here on the channel. So today we are going to be talking about Obor Tires, so bear with me on there. But just real quick, we do have a couple of those trucks up for sale that we've been showing you. The 6.7 Power Stroke is actually pending right now. There's a very cool update on what might transpire there, so I'll keep you guys in the loop on that one. Otherwise, the 6.4 dually is still available. You can scoop that sucker up on the low. Also, the 6.0 is available too on the super low. We're just trying to get rid of some of those trucks so that way we can make room in the budget for finishing the projects down there, because construction is very expensive. If you guys don't know that, even if you do it yourself, it adds up very, very quickly. So scoop it up on the low. The reason we don't really put them on Marketplace is, well, Ovi hates Marketplace with a passion. He likes buying stuff on there, but he doesn't like selling on there because there are some goobers on there. You know, you want to sell your truck and they want to give you a couple pieces of bubble gum, a $20 bill, and a marble red, and you're like, that's not what I'm after, okay? I just want the money. So he really just posts things for sale on the Snapchat. He's got a bunch of followers down there, so follow him on Snapchat if you want the insight on some of these deals. Otherwise, they kind of just go by word of mouth down at the shop, or I post them on social media as well, trying to help him out. So anyways, I know it's a lot of freaking rambling. I'm sorry, guys, but I do try to do weekly uploads for everybody, so that way we can keep you in the loop on what we have going on here. So let me flip you around. We've got the CF Moto up there. The lift kit is done back from powder, so we can get that sucker put back on. The L5P needs a transmission. Got to get this down to the other shop. The RZR Pro needs some body work. It needs some air in that tire. And the RZR XP needs wheels. And here are the tires that are going with the wheels. But let me flip you around. I did get a question about what tires do we prefer to run on the side-by-side and why. And well, we actually prefer Obor Tires right here. Look at that. Don't they look good? That's a brand new set of Obor Rock Scrapers right there that we need to marry up with a set of wheels. You can see the stocks. I guess why do we run these Obors? And I asked Ovi what his preference is. He said, because they're cheap. You know, the one-word answer, they're cheap. Well, heck, I looked at the price. They ain't cheap at all, but not compared to, I don't know if you want to call it the rival or something to compare them to, but I believe they compare to the Maxxis Rockzilla. That's what you're comparing these to. So Ovi said they're cheap in comparison to that. I kind of looked at some prices. It depends where you get them. They're only maybe $50, $60 cheaper a tire, given my facts a couple weeks ago when I looked it up. But yep, that's what you compare these suckers to, but cheap is not the word. Cheap is either these factory ones or like something you get at Walmart, you know what I mean? These are not your Walmart tire. They're not cheap. They're very, very nice. So let's ease up on the word cheap, Ove, and let's go with value. This is a value tire because they are a highly recommended brand in the industry. They have all kinds of factory connections, all kinds of, they actually have pro riders that ride for them. They aren't some fly-by-night company, and these things are absolutely incredible. I watched a couple videos on there. I mean, you can see on here, look at the tread pattern on these suckers, how they go into the sidewall, super aggressive, and they're kind of gummy and soft. I try to picture like a piece of bubble gum on your skateboard grip tape. That's kind of the idea I hear when I hear sticky. But they say these things are sticky, boy. And we have been running them, like I said, on some of the other builds. You can see this is actually the Obor Rock Monster. So I think this one's a little bit older. I think it's the same thing. They just had to change the name for some reason. So been running it on here. The only trouble we've had with these is when Ovi jumped it 6 miles into the air and popped 3 out of 4 tires. That's on him. We ain't gonna yell at the tires for that. But other than that, they've been doing great on there. And then we did get a brand new set also for the CF Moto U10 over here. So we got the Obor Rock Scrapers that have maybe been down the street once. So you can see, doesn't that pattern look sick? They look like almost velociraptor claws or something. They look so good on there. But as you can see, so we got 3 sets in the shop here now. These are on the metal effects. Those look so good, don't they? This sucker's gonna be a unit. Putting some spacers on there. This sucker's gonna be ready to go in the spring. Boy, it's gonna look good. But we can get back over here, you guys can see the tires. And they actually make different Obor actually makes different tires for side-by-side for ATVs, which I thought this was an ATV. They mean four-wheeler. That's what I call them. Four-wheelers are quads. They make special ones for those, and they even make them for mountain bikes too. So they kind of have a well-rounded portfolio of different tires that you can scoop up. This is just the one that we prefer to Rock Scraper. Goes well on the Razor builds, as you guys can see over here. It just looks so good. It's sad to see them sit all winter, but again, they'll be ready to go here in the spring. So excited to get them back out and running. But just a shout out to the shop, man. The shop looks good. Got the sleds over there. Got the skis over there. The jet skis. And a bunch of room for projects, hey? So yeah, I didn't really want to ramble too much. I just wanted to give you the quick, honest overview of why we run Obor Tires. Great value add tire. They look super aggressive. They're recognizable in the industry. They've got professional riders and they are super high quality. They're not cheapo. Quit calling them cheap, boss. But I get what you're coming from. Cheaper than the Maxxis with the same quality. Look absolutely insane, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna ramble too much here. I just wanted to answer the quick question and get out of here. You guys stick around for more content. How about this? On the way out, I'll leave you guys with some flashback side-by-side content just to cap the video off right, and we will see you guys effectively in the next video. God bless you all. Peace. And under the light, it looks absolutely ridiculous. The whole cage, so wild looking. And he's got speakers mounted. I don't know if those are gonna stay there or spread out, but look at the cage. What was the comment about the welding on there? Making fun of the welder? I don't understand that. You gonna take that from them guys, man? Come on now. Look at that. But this isn't even the new Polaris Pro. This is just the old buggy.
No, this is the Pro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even recognize it. I thought this was your other one.
What?
Yeah, I thought this was the other one.
I mean, the same color.
Yeah, it threw me off. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to delete all that.
Go. Good, back up again. Your tires are getting warmer now.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna
we'll
look
get that mounted up.
Is it point forward or points back?
Points back.
Points back.
Okay, there's a long jump contest with no tires. I won that.
That was a good jump. That was a good jump.
Wow.
Crazy. Solid go.